sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And now, the regular season success needs to carry over into the postseason.
It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very solid gain of 27.
Back up and play coverage deep. We're going to attack you all game long.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Milton Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves.
Kind of scrimmage. Pressure comes and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. The kick by Bass is good. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Little short pass here to Hill. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. An inside run to Scatteroo. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Scatteroo with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost start, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked. Ready for their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well down. And his kick is good. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Attempt.
Now Lawrence. Down man, it's Kayshon Boutte. Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. He completes it to Evans. And he works it past the 30 to 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Fighting him off. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up.
As you say, son, you can darn near late.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Scatteroo with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And now back out comes the offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge. Out of the gun, Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown.
For a huge loss.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the fight. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. At the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Henderson, touchdown.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there's definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He's to the 15. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security.
They've been dealt one of their toughest matchups early in the season, but there is hope. One of their coaches has found what they think is a key weakness. The decision now, how exactly to exploit it.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shot. Play action. It's Jackson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's for him, and it's another first down. Results in a first down.
Game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Field goal.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3-point.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. First down, here's Scatterby. Now he's free to midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points. Tackled down inside the 20. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field.
They want to keep going, but what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is...
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down.
Much space, a loss results there.
That is caught.
More pressure, more blitzing.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerome Jennings, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacob.
Hey.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And touchdown. Taysom Hill, 45 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play. Yeah, that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half. 30-27. The home team's offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. Lawrence. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Hey.
Jacobs, touchdown.
Oh, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To knock it away.
All right.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he's got it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Devontae Smith from 8 yards out.
This thing's very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through the...
Hey, go. Here we go.
Here's Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 75. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. One last shot for Jackson. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. They're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to come up short. The 2-point conversion attempt does not work. And as a result, it's going to cost him the ball game. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
across the way, we get a glance at their head coach. His guys already have the division locked up, so just now playing for positioning in the AFC bracket. Glad to have you with us for this one, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call. It's Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey with the honors. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. They'll be led out by last year's 3rd overall pick. He started 12 games last year as a rookie.
Door, bigger gap in the future.
He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Lawrence now off the play action. Taking a shot deep here. And back to a couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return with more NFL. Cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The visitors and quarterback Drake May ready to go. Here's their first carry for LaQuint Allen. Still going at the 30. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to run for it. Down to the 10. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. May now from the gun. And he's got it, it's in close. Touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read.
Well, Darrell Patterson now to return. Escapes the defender. Dodges another stop. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The home teams and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense.
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scatteroo. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And with that last throw, a memorable one for him because it gets him to the 3,000-yard plateau for the year.
With some damage.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Set him up with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He's got his man, that's Alec Pierce. Keeps it moving. He does it, touchdown. These guys take the lead right away in half number 2. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question.
And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Straight ahead they go with Piron. Oh, the football's loose. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
Pressure coming for Lawrence. Holding by his back, Scatteroo. And he's brought down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he runs it across. Touchdown! These guys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Trevor Lawrence with with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Well, 4th and goal, and you go quarterback sneak, Brock. You know this firsthand. You better trust those big boys to help you get that ball across the goal line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Here's May again. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. May to throw it. Escape. And the ground game works for the touchdown. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Drake made the touchdown. Making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Hands team comes up big. They're going to hang on to win. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.